Howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Brad.
It is June 16th, 2016, Thursday evening. It is 5:02 p.m. Right?
Yes, it is.
Let's see what the weather is. You want to do the weather, Heather?
I can. Let me get into the weather. It is currently... Hello. There you go. It's currently 84 degrees, a high of 87, a low of 77. Real feel is 93 degrees. Rained like hell earlier today. Scared the caca right out of the bad dogs.
Out of all of us.
Out of all of us. Oh,
we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
We got to do a recap of yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know where we left off yesterday, but we took our normal naps. And then yesterday evening I did some painting. I'm not going to show you guys yet because they're not done. Usually it takes me 2 or 3 days to do a painting start to finish. You know, because it's all in steps and layers and stuff. So they're not near done. So they're taking a little bit longer because it's, I don't know, so 11 by, the bigger ones are 11 by something. I don't remember. And then 8 by 10. So, taking a little bit longer. More. These are a bit more detailed and stuff. So, more greenery and trees and Spanish moss and that kind of stuff. So, I had to kind of quit on them last night. I wasn't really feeling them either. And then I was sitting on the rollator right here where this is. You know, so I'm not sitting there as high today. And, you know, we've been trying to make do with that, and honest goodness, I sat there for, probably about 4 hours. 2 to 4 hours. I can't really remember.
Yeah, it was at least that.
But I know I sat there and cooked dinner, and then we ate dinner, and then I worked for a few hours on a painting. So, anyway, it was really killing my lower back and my hip, and then all of a sudden, my right leg all the way from the hip down numb, you know. And then of course when you get up and you're trying to put pressure on stuff, the burning and stuff, you know, the sciatic nerve. So I had to go sit over on a couch and work. And I did do some looming, and I haven't listed it yet. I'm going to list it here in a little bit in my Etsy. But I made a green hat. This is a little bit of a different stitch. This is not the same stitch. It's still a very loose weave. Nice summer hat. You know, so I have my hair in a ponytail. So you're going to get a weird bump right there because I have probably my hair in a ponytail. But yeah, it's just a... turn this some. It's just a nice loose weave. You know.
Did you put a flower or a button on that one?
No, I didn't. I didn't put a flower and I didn't put a button on it. You know, I quit putting buttons on everything because so many other people were doing the same thing, and I don't, you know, I don't want to be one of the many. So that was kind of, I thought, my signature thing, but then I realized a lot of other people were doing the same thing. So if I feel like it, I put a button on it. If not, I don't. Same thing with a flower. I wanted to do this one without a flower because everything else I had done had flowers on it. So I thought, well, okay, I'll do one. And if you, like I said, again, if you see me wearing it, that means it's mine. No, I wouldn't sell this to you because it's mine. You know, I'm not going to wear something and then, oh, here you go. You know, I just think that would be kind of rude. And that's just me. But, so this one's mine, but I am going to list the image of it on Etsy here in a little bit, with full range of colors you can pick from. You can order this. This has got a shorter brim than that other pink one. It's a little bit different stitch. It's a different type of stitch. They're both very open weave. But this has got a shorter brim. And you can have it with a button or a flower, you know, or nothing at all. So yeah, I'll be listing that later on tonight. Right?
Sounds good.
So, I like wearing hats. And I'm going to be making some other different kinds, like some, they're called like railroad caps almost, is what they're called, and, kind of like slouchy beanie type, you know, what do you call those? I don't know, they go off to one side and stuff.
Are they almost like a newsboy hat, or? They're not really a beret.
Yeah, kind of a beret in a way, you know. Just a little bit longer, so, you know, you can wear a bunch of multiple ones. On my Etsy, there's already one like that. There's also one that's called either a railroad cap or a newsboy cap that I did that was green, purple, and black is variegated, so look for those there. So I've got many different styles on there. I'm going to be doing some towels and some scarves and some more stuff like that, you know, as I get time. I told you guys once I moved and we got semi-settled, I was going to be increasing my line. And I am, but I only have so much room for stuff too. I cannot keep a lot of finished product on hand. That's why I like to do more of make to order. So, you know, and that way you get exactly what you want. So anyway, my link's below on that if you're interested. Then we're up working until about 2 o'clock. Brad was working on his jewelry, getting some of that ready. He's going to be doing some more work, I think, tonight. I don't know. Maybe he's going fishing. I'm not sure which. Or maybe he's doing both. I don't know. What are you doing tonight, Brad Heide?
I don't know. I've got to see how the news moves me.
Okay, but you have deadline on Friday. By 5 o'clock, if possible. I'd like to have at least a few jewelry pieces to put on Etsy. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, if I can even get 3 pieces from you, that would be great.
Well, I can have those acrylic ones.
Whatever. If I can just get 3 pieces even a week from you to put on Etsy would be awesome.
Okay.
I don't want to take into your fishing time or your free time or anything.
No.
Or your dish doing time.
I am the dish.
No, I do some.
Yes, you do.
You usually beat me to it.
I know.
Because I will do dishes if he hasn't done them.
Yeah.
Like the other night he went fishing, I did dishes.
Yes, you did.
You know.
I appreciate that.
Oh, I don't mind doing them. It actually feels good on my arthritis.
Does it?
We don't use a hot water heater because we don't find that we need to, because okay, if you're from a colder weather state, you're used to, if you turn on the cold water, it is ice cold. You know, even in the winter times, you'll leave your faucet cracked just a little bit so the pipe don't freeze, like in trailer houses and stuff. And in some homes, it depends on how well it's insulated and how it's laid out and all that. But here, you turn on the faucet and it's almost room temperature.
Yeah.
Which is really amazing. So, and then since the water hose lays out in the sun, like my husband says, if you want warmer water, you just turn on the cold water.
Yeah.
It's pretty darn warm. We don't use the hot water heater even to wash our dishes. The water is warm enough without it.
Yeah.
Even when I take my baths and stuff, the water is warm enough without it. So, you know, we haven't turned on our hot water heater in probably almost a month, probably, at least.
I turned it on.
Finding you.
Wow. I turned it on a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, because I was trying to do dishes, and it wasn't the room temperature water was not warm enough to cut the grease, even with the Dawn.
Oh, okay.
So
then this morning, after we got done letting the dogs out and all that, we came in then because, well, I had to go to the bathroom, of course, you know. And, we were talking about something.
The lightning.
Oh, and then we were shuffling some stuff again around here. like I said, that rollator is just killing my ass. It's killing his ass too. So we took it back outside, and now I'm sitting in the big wheelchair. Because that's all we have. We don't have any, and we can't really afford any other chairs right now. You know, I'm hoping maybe either we have some sales where we can, or the first of the month we can go to some thrift stores and hopefully find something there. But until then, we're using a wheelchair. Whatever works.
But, you know, that wheelchair is much more comfortable
It is.
than the rollator.
It is comfortable. So, but we had to shuffle stuff and move some stuff around and all that yada yada yada. And then I'm sitting there getting ready to work. We're just readjusting everything still, and it starts raining. Okay, cool. You know, I like the cooler days. I like the cloudiness. I like the rain. The whole 9 yards. Then the lightning strike, and it struck on either side of this RV. I screamed. It scared the poo out of me.
Well, the bolt I saw hit was 30 feet away.
No, see, the one I saw hit right between those two trees.
Oh, okay.
On the other side. Anyway, it knocked out this whole side of the RV, the electrical outlet. That whole grid. Then because we're new to this RVing, and the schematics that we have are just some that I think the previous owner in 2012, everything printed, all the thing on the printout says 2012. Did you notice that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, you look at those sheets.
Okay.
Printed out a bunch of stuff, but none of them matched the schematics. So Brad called. You called some.
I called. It was. This is a Georgie boy.
Yeah.
And it's an off-brand Coachman.
That's you call Coachman.
And I called. Well, and I tried calling that one guy. We got his voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else I called. It was on the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
I called him to ask him, and I got his voicemail then. So, and I didn't realize I was dialing the same number, and I got the voicemail again.
Anyway, who did you call, babe?
His name was Bob.
Bob.
In Maryland.
Well, you should write a letter or a note to whoever that is, that Bob really was nice and helped us.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't making a penny.
Yeah.
He told us where the reset button is.
Mm-hmm.
The general purpose, right? General purpose,
Yes.
General something.
Yeah.
Reset button. It was in the bathroom, in the outlet. We would have never known that. It's not marked.
No. And
And it's right in between the two plugs, so it looks like, Brad even had to say, well, push it, because it's kind of on a rocker switch, but it's flush with the plug outlet, so you can't even see it.
Yeah. It's like the safety breaker in bathrooms in houses.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect.
Yeah, but usually they're marked. This
Yeah.
one was not marked, and we thought it was, we have a zip strip, one of those heavy-duty ones with a surge protector. Is that what it is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, okay, that had just flipped because of the lightning. And then we got investigating it more, and it's like, no. And so we thought, crap, we can't just stay in with half the electrical working, but we finally got it figured out.
Yes, we did.
Besides that, I've been having a lot more stomach trouble again today. I didn't even, I just been taking it easy. Some stressful stuff is really getting to me. And honestly, I've been really fighting the depression lately. I'm going to make a separate video on the depression issue, so that only people that fight depression or anxiety or anything like that will have to watch it, if you're interested in watching it. A lot of people think that depression is just something that you snap in and snap out of. It's not that easy. There's a lot you can do to help yourself with your depression, especially if you've been through it before and you recognize the signals and the signs and what works for you, and everybody's different. But I'm going to do a separate video on that, and just talking frankly about that and my history thereof and my family history thereof, which is kind of sad because we've had family members who've committed suicide and stuff. You know, and I myself have attempted years ago. You know, one of the things is my husband and I were talking about, and I'm going to kind of let him talk to you guys a little bit about adjusting when you retire. And this is more so for men and women too. If you've been, you know, in a long career and you retire, but you know, what's it like trying to adjust to retirement life, even though it's good?
It's really tough because, you know, I mean,
I'm gonna let him keep talking, you guys, while I
pull the curtain.
I will.
Okay. It's you know, it's really tough because, you know, I worked in retail for right at about 40 years, and you know, you get used to working in a routine. You get used to having to be somewhere every day, and you get used to putting up with the BS that you get when you work with the public, you know. But when you don't have those commitments, responsibilities, so on and so forth, you know, you're kind of lost, you know, because that's something that you've had to do every single day, and then all of a sudden it's over with, it's done with, and then what do? You know, you just kind of lost. And I'm doing my best not to drive Teresa absolutely, completely, totally bonkers, you know, but I think she was already mostly there. You know, I'm just kind of trying to over the edge. I'm trying to nudge you over the edge a little bit.
You did.
I did. You know, because I'm good like that, or I'm mean like that, or something.
Something.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, it does get to a point where you're not sure, you're kind of lost, you know, because you get into these routines and everything, and all of a sudden everything is, the whole world has changed, you know. It's, what do you do?
I think any major life change is that way.
Yeah.
You know, whether it is that your child just graduated from high school,
mm-hmm.
or that, like you said, that you just retired, you know. Don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta have my popsicle. Daily popsicle. Right?
Right.
But, you know, it's a big adjustment.
Mm-hmm. You know, I might have told everybody this already, but, you know, I remember years and years ago, back in the late 70s, early 80s, you know, my granddadder. He'd been a carpenter for 40 plus years, and he was retired for about 3 months, and my grandmother made him go find a job because he was just driving her up the wall.
I can see that now.
Yeah. And
basically, you're used to staying home. You're used to the solitude and not and stuff, and then you got this person kind of going crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you with him.
But it's a big adjustment.
Yes, it is.
You know.
Yes, it
so,
is.
and don't let a person just adjust slowly. Do a major life move too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You know.
Oh yeah. You know, because especially running the liquor store, I saw so many guys that retired, and they had no hobbies. They had nothing to do. You know, they were so
excited. Not like you.
Yeah, they were so, well, no, I got hobbies. Driving me crazy is one of them. But I've got hobbies, and but I mean, these guys had absolutely nothing. So they took up professional drinking as a hobby, and there were several of them that died within 6 months.
No.
You know?
No.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, back to you, Teresa.
Like I said, I'm going to make a separate video on my issues. Some of you have noticed and have messaged me on Facebook that I've been a lot quieter. You know, I try to keep it upbeat on this channel as much as possible without being phony. Also believe in keeping it real though, and yeah, I've been fighting the depression. It's really been bad. Like this morning, I just was overwhelmed by a number of things, and I just kind of woke up just bawling. You know, so I'll get into that on the next video. Love you guys. I cherish your friendship. Think you all are awesome. I hope you're having a great day. You know, and remember, keep smiling no matter what, because even if you don't feel it on the inside, even just the actual smiling, I think helps. We all need to work on being more positive.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.